write a program to count the number of ones and zeros in two consecutive memory locations. That means what? You will be given a 32-bit input number. That in that 32-bit you have to count number of ones that you are going to store it in one of the memory location as a result, and you also have to count the number of zeros and you have to store it in the second result memory location. First I'll explain the concept, then I will come back to the code. So this is a concept given. So I'll take some 32-bit number. 32-bit number means you have to go for a binary, right? You have to check whether the given bit is 1 or 0. To check that, you need to take in the binary form, right? So for this hexadecimal data, so I've taken some simple example here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, A, something. You can even go for some other example. So I've written a binary equivalent of this. So what is binary equivalent of 1? 0, 0, 0, 1. Same way, binary equivalent of 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, then for A it is 1, 0, 1, 0, right? So many bits you have, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here you can check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 fours are 32 bits you have. So this is the 32-bit number given. So in this you are going to check how many ones are there and how many zeros are there, right? So this input I am going to store it in the location here. I will start from the memory location 0x400000, right? I will take the first 8 bit in the first location. Then I will take the next 8 bit, then next one and next one, so on. Anyway, continuously you are stored. You can just go on increment the pointer and go on rotating, you get the answer. So what I will do at the next location. So this is what I have stored in the reverse order. So it will be easy because I am going to rotate right. 7A, then 56, then 34, then 1, 2. Last two locations I will be using to store the results. I will use location 0x40004 to store the number of ones. And I will use the next location 0x4005 to store the number of zeros. Let us check how many zeros and how many ones in this example. See here how many ones you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14. So what is 14 ones you get? What is hexa equivalent of 14 is E. So E is the answer for number of ones. Same way check for zeros here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 zeros you get. So what is the hexa equivalent of 18? Divide by 16. 16 was the 16, remaining 2. So 12 is the hexa equivalent of number of zeros, right? So that is how we are going to store the result here. So here actually I am using R1 to take the input number. I will use register R2 to store the number of ones, and I will use register R3 to store the number of zeros. So as I have taken the input to R1, I will be performing rotate instruction with respect to R1. So what is ROS? R1, 1 here. Here rotate right, and while rotating right, if the carry flag is set, that means if it is set, that means it will indicate the sign here. Here if it is 1, that means it will indicate set. Here if it is 0, that means it will indicate reset. So here S indicates you are going to indicate the sign bit whether it is set or reset. So each time I will rotate one time. So whatever the input I will take now, I will rotate one time each time. I will take 7A first, then 5, 6, so on. So each time when I rotate, I will check. What is that? Whether you have the bit 1 or 0. Based on that, I am going to update in R2 and R3. So this is how it is rotate instruction works here. So whatever is there in the first cell, that will be moved to the next one, then second to third, third to fourth, so on. The last bit is going to be moved to the carry bit. So one by one, here I have taken this one, 1, 0, 1, 0 at the last, then 0, 1, 1, 1. So one by one you are going to complete for all the 32 bits. So how many times you need to perform this instruction? How many times you have to execute this rotate instruction? So whenever you execute the instruction, each time you will be you will be checking only one bit, right? So out of 32 bit, first time you will check the last bit. Next time the last one, so on. So how many times you need to execute this instruction? 32 times in the program. So 32 times you are going to execute the rotate instruction with respect to the register R1, where I will store the given data input number in R1. So when we perform the rotate instruction, we check for the carry flag. If it is set, I will take it as number of ones. If it is reset, I'll take it as number of zeros. Set means 1 year, reset means 0 year. So whatever the count, I will check for number of ones that I am going to store it in register R2 temporarily. Later I'll store it in this memory location. And whatever the number of zeros I will count, that I will store it temporarily in register R. Later I will I am going to store the result in location 4, the number of ones and number of zeros in location 5. So coming to the program, as usual, first step, we have to declare the area directive. The name of the program I have given as a count here. So code read only. Then we have entry to mark the first instruction to execute. So now let us, what is that location? I have used memory address here 0x4000. So I will define here at the last step. So memory, I have taken the name of the memory here as memory. Then BCD, this you know, that I have explained in the previous classes. So the location address, starting address I have taken as 0x4000. Fine. So now, what is the first step here? LDR R0, memory. Load the register R0 with the starting address of the memory. That means what? It loads the R0, gets loaded with the address 0x4000. That means what? R0 is used as a pointer for which location? 0x4000. Fine. Now, so now R0 is pointing to your location. What is the next step? I need, before I rotate, first I have to get the content of this 7, I have to take it first. So I will take this content of R0 is moved to which register? I am temporarily using R1 to perform rotate instruction. So content of R0 is moved to R1, right? Next step, how many, you know that, how many times you want to perform the rotate instruction? You want to execute 32 times because you need to check the number of ones and zeros in the given 32-bit number. Fine. So I will use R4 as some counter to keep track of the number of counts, number of rotation what I will perform. So 32 is stored here as a rotation count in the register R4. So next step, I'll check one by first time I'll perform the rotate instruction. So RORS R1, 1. I just explained now in the next slide. So RORS R1, 1. So one time you are rotating the content of R1. What is the content of R1? Content of R1 is nothing but the content of memory location pointed by R0, which is 7A at the first time. Later you will be taking 5, 6, you will be completing. When you, by the time when you complete executing all the 32 bits, so you will be getting the answer for number of ones and zeros, right? So first bit you are going to get the result. So you are going to rotate the content of R1 one time. After executing the rotate instruction, you need to check whether the carry flag is set or reset. This time anyway it is 0, it is going to reset. Correct? So I will check for carry flag. So branch, what is this BCS indicates? Branch if carry equal to 1. If it is set, I am going to branch it to 1. If carry flag is set, branch carry flag is set here. If the carry flag is set, I am going to, that means what? Number of ones I have found it 1 first time. I will jump here. But now, here initially, number of 1 is, initially when you execute the first step, the carry flag is reset. 0 is moved to the carry flag now. So here now the result is false here. So it is reset. It will not jump to 1. Instead, it will come down. So that means what? You need to update which register? R3, because I need to update now. This time what? 0 is going to be stored in carry flag. So now you have observed that number of zeros. First time you got 1 here. So I want to first time here 1. Later when you go on executing, you will update 1 plus 1 plus 1 so on. Finally you get the answer as 12, right? So first time I am going to update the number of zeros here in register R3. So as soon as I will get 1 0 I have counted. So what is it I will do? I will add. Initially nothing is there in R3. So I will add R3. Add R3, 1 means what? you will add 1 to content of register R3 and store the result in R3 itself. Right? So initially 1 0 you got, 1 is stored in R3. Fine. Now if at all, if maybe next time maybe you get 1 year, right? So if at all you in place of 0 if you get 1 year, what is it I will do? That time carry flag is set, I am going to jump to 1 year. 1 year, right? That time instead of updating R3, I will update R2 with number of ones. So number of ones I am going to store it in R2. If I find number of zeros, then I will store it in number of zeros in R3. Fine. So here see here. So if I get number of zeros, I will come down. I will increment R3. Then I will jump to go to this step. Otherwise, if I get if I count it as 1, that time I will jump to label 1. I will update R2. Nothing is there in R2 initially, so I will add 1 to R2 and store it in register R2. So if I find 0, I will update R3. If I find 1, I will update R2. So if at all, if I update R3, what is that I am going to do in the next step? I am going to branch it to next. Here B for branch. Branch to next, the label next. Right? If at all, if I find 1, what is it I will do? I will come here and I will update R2, then come down. Very simple. So once I update either R3 or R2, I will be jumping to the label next only. If I find 1, I will come to 1, I will update R2, then come to the next label. If at all, if I find that number of zeros, then I will update R3, then I will branch to next. Again, I will come to the same point only. So by this time, I have finished doing with one bit. I mean, out of 32 bits, the first bit is done now. Another 31 bits is left out. So I want to keep track with the help of R4 now. What is there in my R4? Initially 32 when you check the first bit. Before I go to the next bit, I'll decrement the counter value. So add R4, minus 1. So what is it will do? You will decrement the value of R4 by 1. 32 minus 1 is how much? 31. 31 is stored in R4. That means what? 31 bits are left out. So that is kept in R4. How I will know that? I will compare R4 content with 0. I mean, is 31 is 0? No. If not 0, I will check branch not equal to rotate. I will go back and continue with the same steps. Once it is 0, that means what? You have finished all the 32 bits, right? Then I will not jump into rotate. Instead, I will come down. So let us see. If at all, first time we know that 31 is not same as 0. So it is not equal to 0. I will jump into rotate. What is that I will do? I will next time I am performing rotate instruction. Again I will check number of ones. If I find 1, I will update R2. Then I will come to the next step. If I find zeros, then I will update R6. Then I will come to the next step. So next time 31 minus 1, 30 is stored in R4. Is 30 is 0? No. Again you go back. So these steps are going to be repeated till your R4 value becomes 0. Once the content of R4 reaches the value of 0, that means you have finished performing all the 32 bits. So once you finish performing all the 32 bits, what is my result in R3? R3 I have number of zeros, R2 I have number of ones. In this particular example, I have R2 value of 0E and R3 value is 12. That is EXA equivalent of number of ones 14 as 0E and EXA equivalent number 12 for number of zeros 18. Now I am ready with my results in R2, which is number of ones, and I am ready with the results in R3, which is number of zeros. Now I want to store the result of ones, which is in R2, to which location? Location 4. And I want to store the result 12 in the which location? 0, 5. So where is my pointer? My pointer is here only. I have taken all the 32 bits one by I have done. So now I want to come to which location? 0, 4, right? So I need to update my pointer. So add R0, 4. That means what? You are going to, this is not the content what I am adding. I am adding directly if you are adding, that means what? Location address is going to be changed. So I will add, what is there? Where is my R0 pointing? R0 is pointing to 0x4000, fine. So I will update it now. Add 4 to this. So then the result is stored in R0 itself, fine. So add 4 to this, you will, R0 value will be changed into 0x4000, right? Fine. So what is it you are going to do at that location? You have to store 0E. That means the result in R2. So once I update, I will store the result of R2 in byte because 0E is what? 8 bit. So that I am going to store it From R2 to where? R2, the result of R2 gets stored as a content of R0. So where is my R0 pointing? R0 is pointing to location 4. So the content of R4 is updated as 0E. Fine. So you are done with number of ones. Same way you need to complete for number of zeros. So where are you going to store the number of zeros? You have to store the number of zeros in location 5. Where is your R0 pointing now? R0 is pointing to location 4. If you add 1, your pointer will be updated to location 5. Just add R0, 1 here. So 4 plus 1, address of R0 becomes 0x4005 now. So what is it you will do now? So you are going to store the result of R3. Store byte the result of R3 as a content of R0. Where is my R0 pointing now? R0 is pointing to location 5. So 12 which is available in R3 is going to be stored in the location 5. Pointed by R0. So you have done with the job. You have stored both the results. Number of ones in the location 4 and number of zeros in location 5. So stop at this stage. So here indicates the end of the execution. So this is this I have already explained the memory starting address which you have declared. Then the end of